Hey, this message is for all my Christian singles. You need to hear this. You really need to hear this. One of the keys, I believe, to marriage, and before I get into all that, I know you're going to tell me prayer and all the other kind of good stuff. That should be automatic for you if you're a believer. But one of the things that I think is a key to marriage, and this might not be for all of you, this may be for those of you who, again, who want to be curious about everything that God has for you, is this. You need to marry somebody who has the capacity to match your curiosity. Let me try to explain it to you as best as I can. I run into a lot of couples who have a lot of struggles because they marry somebody who has another idea, and they didn't really talk about this prior to getting married. They just were in love. So watch this. They planned a wedding, but they didn't plan a life. They planned a wedding, but they didn't plan a life. So you get married, and then you get into this tug of war, and then you have to come see somebody like me. Because you worked more on the wedding, who your friends were, who the bridesmaids were going to be, what color it was going to be, the venue, all this other kind of stuff. You put hours and hours and hours into 15 minutes, but forgot that you're going to have 15 plus years of life after that day. Marry somebody. This is a conversation. I'm telling you, I'm giving you a cheat code right now. Marry somebody who has capacity for your curiosity on both sides, male or female, because there's nothing worse than somebody sitting in a relationship. They believe that there's more to what God wants them to do, and the other spouse is like, nah. I'm telling you, I've seen the frustration on people's faces when they get into these relationships and they're like, well, I really feel led to be doing this and that. And the spouse, now don't get me wrong. There's some wisdom, right? If you just had new kids, new babies or whatever, whatnot, so on and so forth, then you just can't be all over the place. This is common sense, right? I shouldn't even have to say that to you. This is common sense, right? You don't even need prayer for that. That's just common sense. I'm saying to you that as you are in this relationship, this is a conversation you need to have. Does this person have the capacity to match my curiosity? Because if they don't, here's the one thing I'm going to tell you. You're going to be frustrated. One of the beautiful things about my marriage is my wife and I have created the capacity for us to be able to have the curiosity to see what else God wanted for us to do. So before you say, I do, and for those 15 minutes, make sure they got the capacity. Y'all be blessed.